This video is proudly sponsored by DigimonCard.io for all your Digimon card, deck building, deck list, card pricing, and discussion needs. Hey everyone, Egman here with another video, and today we're going to look at the Digimon card game tournament that was part of Anime North and was hosted by Carta Magica this past weekend. It's also a tournament that I was the official streamer for, and I also participated in, and then in the final rounds, I was also able to just commentate the matches, and it was a really good tournament. I felt like it went really smoothly, and I had a really good time, honestly. So I really appreciate the opportunity to do that, and so on this video, we're going to show the final match that I commentated, and then also the breakdown as well. So if you just care about the breakdown, you can take the timestamp there. Otherwise, we'll just go into the match and then go into the breakdown after that. So enjoy. I forgot, what do we get for just playing this tournament? So I'll probably be raffling that off sometime this week too. Official tournament pack. Yeah, I'll definitely raffle off the promo pack I get too. All right, so it looks like it is Imperial Dramon. Okay. Red. Blue. All right, so I'm happy that these guys play very thematic with their sleeves because it makes it easier. Gorillamon swings in Gaia Force. Oh, what do you pop? Do you pop Ganamon? Guess you do. Guess you do. And playing Goblimon. So this looks like it is probably Rookie Rush. You can definitely build Gallantmon with the yellow base. I have that deck on Tabletop Sim right now. All right, going into, is that Cress? Interesting. Oh, yeah, it's too bad. I think if that Cress hit something, you probably won the game the spot. Your blue deck's in magenta sleeves? Oh my gosh. You monster. You monster. Swings with the Goblimon. Big ol' 1K. Another Crest Garurumon. Yeah, looking like this is more of a rookie rush deck, but you can't. All these cards are played in Imperial Dramon 2. The reason I still think it's Imperial Dramon is with the Demi Vmon egg. Hammer Spark go up to 2. And okay, haha, haha, look. Smart egg. There you go. All right, swinging in 11K into Vmon, and so like now you're like, oh man, I wish I had that Gaia Force, but there you go into Greymon. I don't think that's I think that's just a vanilla. I don't think that's Security Attack +1. I could be wrong though. Lives, get to draw 1. I will say as a personal preference and not anything against the dude, but man, I do not like people when they have the horizontal like that. All right, can you go into, do you have a Gaia Force in hand, or do you have like an Imperial Dramon? Because this gets 3, our Millenniumon. Oh my gosh, what a crazy play. What a crazy deck this is. There it goes. It's like, you know, if I was the Imperial Dramon player, I'd be like, oh, well, I don't have to be worried about, Omni. It's fine. Okay. Well, that's weird. That's awkward. I would call a judge, but I'm not a judge. All right, put bomb your deck. I would be okay with, if I was a red player, I'd be okay with demanding that. Whoops. Obviously, if that was intentional, that was like stupid. I think that was just an accident from shuffling. That's super funny though. He's already seen 2 of his Hammer Sparks too. So if that's his 3rd one, there's only 1 left. Going to Dino B for 3. If you go into Imperial Dramon, it's a full cost, baby, because it's in the raising area. Kaida's Breath, which bypasses the protection that Millenniummon has, putting it all the way to 7. Very aggressive match going on here. Going into Larvo. Does it have security attack +1? Okay, it does. It's big enough for it. Okay, it's just a 1. Yeah, that Greymon's not security attack +1/1. 3 security left. You have to play 2 guys right now to be able to potentially do that. And the trick is that you kind of just play 2 guys and leave them at 1. If you're able to do that, then you're in a really good spot. The fact that the blue player hasn't seen a Davis is good. You also know that Biomon for 2, Monodramon for 2, and if you can Digivolve for 2, I'd say that you're in a really good spot. And a Biomon for 3. All right. Swings in, gets to draw 1, and is a Cordramon. Fun fact, he can't play Hammer Spark right now. Unless that thing doesn't consider itself blue all the time, right? I don't think he can play Hammer Spark right now. Or he can't play Kakata's Breath. Not that either. The only thing that I think would help him is Puppetmon. And even then. You can't, though. You can't. Yeah. Look, you've got no blues out, baby. Smart guy. Alright, just playing the bear. Alright, you've got 5 swings. You have to make 4 of them hit. And there's a Grizzlymon. So Kakaida's Breath, Insecurity, can just lose you the game. Swing with Biomon. I think that's a good first one. If it dies, you gain a memory, which is kind of nice. And it does die, so you're now at 4 memory. Probably swing with Larvo last. It dies to Imperial Dramon. Swing with Biomon. Yeah, you got it. There you go. There you go. That is game 1. There we go. Fast match. Obviously, Red was able to hit a Gaia Force off the first security. That kind of set the tempo for the game. And Blue just could not recover from that Gaia Force. So we'll see how that goes. Also awkward having that green out, but going into game 2, probably if I was a good streamer, which I'm trying my best. I'm trying to get there. I would do something like this. And then I'd put it up here. And then I'd say it is 2-0. Nope, come on. There we go. 2-0 or 1-0. Or 0-1. I don't know why it's weird. So we're just going to delete that. I'm going to add a source. It is 0-1. Thick outline. And font, Calibri. There we go. Look how nice that is. Look how nice that is. We'll say we are giveaway will be at, Yeah, I'll make another text. I'll brag about my... at 4 EST. There you go. All right, hard casting the Dino Beamon, just saying, I want to be able to go into Imperial Digimon, also being able to get Vmon into there. Looks like the Imperial Digimon player is having a rough go. It's so funny that, like I said, like, oh, I haven't seen any Imperial Digimon all day, and it's just like, oh, it's at the top table today. Okay. All right, going into Larvo. Just big old Gaia Force. 8 memory for 8 memory. Seems fair. Demi V swings, or Vmon swings in, gets to draw a card. What a good thing. Into XV for 2. What a good card. Going into another Dino B for 3. Giving 2. It's like swinging in. Kaitis Breath. Oh, how does that feel? Oh man, it's the opposite Gaia Force. Oh, you can't though. You can't. You've got no reds out, baby. Same thing. Whoa. You've got no red dudes out. Oh, I can't interact, but you can't do that. You got no red boys. There's no red on it. There's no red on the table, baby. Am I wrong? Probably not. We can't interact with these people. Hard cast the green secret rare. Wow. Well, I mean, like, you know that there's probably no more Gaia Forces left, but geez. No red, baby. I know. Your field was empty. Now, they could have just, like, played an Agumon and then go into it, but, like, you kind of have to have something. Going to Core for 5. Going to BO for 3. Going to BO for 2. Nope, decided not to. Yeah, maybe the, just flexing the green secret rare. Or the red sleeves count as red. Maybe you guys are right. You guys know what's up. What do I know? I know nothing. Here's the other thing I'll say about Digimon, in the sense of, since the rules processing are really easy, it's paradoxical to say, oh, like, it's weird where it's easier to overlook misplays like that, just because, especially like playing option cards, because no doubt this red player has only, like, his deck is completely red, so there's but like no, like in other games, like, you put spells in it and stuff like that. Oh man, going super wide. He's got 5 attacks next turn. Double Hammer Spark. Let's go, baby. He gets to draw 1 card off the Vmon. This Gaia Force will probably just quit. Yeah. Dark Tyranno. Swing in with other Vmon. Lives. You kind of have to, like, just hard cast a blocker. Oh, Shield of Just. Alright. Play it this time. It's got 4 swings going in. And a Millennium on. Oh, you hate to see it. Oh my gosh, that's so unfortunate. So unfortunate. And Gorillamon for 1. Alright, so at least the Vmon lives, right? He has to be able to hit over it. My guess is that he's going to have the Biomon crash into the Vmon. It's going to be tough. It's going to be tough to see what happens here. I definitely want the Imperialdramon to win, not only just so we continue this match. Oh, he's going to swing over. Interesting. Interesting. Oh man, you guys want me to become famous? Oh, you guys are so nice. Here, take this band. There you go. Congratulations. You won it. All right, just passing. Ooh, all right. Being able to swing over the Biomon. It is 3-3, and he gets the last check. And it is an Agumon there. Another Hammer Spark, and then probably playing a Rookie for 2, or cheap, I'm gonna guess. Yeah, Agumon put him to 2, drawing 1. It's 3 swings. I think we are going into game 3. You want to be famous? Oh, sorry, man. Sorry, avocados. Next time I'll let you click the link. Just let me know. Just let me know, and then if I don't hear from you, because like your computer got hacked, I'll just assume you're already famous, too famous for me. Hammer Spark. Oh my gosh, that's gonna seal the game, in my mind. Another Kakai's Breath. Omnimon. This guy's security was stacked. And Gabumon. All right, we're going to game 3. Slight misplay on this game, but it did not impact the Imperialdramon player. So we'll go into this game 3. These 2 games taking less time than my first game, round 1. That's the life of a security player. Do really want to say I do appreciate you guys. You probably can't hear me full percent because my mic was over there because I was playing, but I really do appreciate you guys hanging out and having a good time today. It was super chill. Good to see some matches, and it's always really interesting to me because I normally play in a more just American centric scene, where just moving to like a Canadian scene like this, people play differently. It's a lot of card game stuff is regionals, and I've seen that in especially like in online games, right? Because we've got like when I played Hearthstone a lot, the joke was that European players would play more mid range kind of style, and Americans would play more aggressively. But that's really like a deck that could like climb in Europe could probably not climb in the NA server, even though we have the exact same card pool. It's really interesting to see different people having different mindsets and way to play. So I can't say the security word. All right, we'll see how far we get with that. If you guys trip me up, normally I don't let these things work on casting days, but I think we're having a good time. I'd be down. I'm game. All right, went to Vmon after the hard cast of the Quartermon, going to Gorillamon, going to 4, going to Imperialdramon. All right, looks like blue is hitting their stride this game. That was like the perfect line. And hard casting Elecmon, just passing for 1. Biomon. That was a good top deck rookie there. Now, what do? You don't want to pass them more than 2. And if they have Hammer Spark, you don't want to pass more than 1. We'll just have to see what's in their life cards. And I hope people don't watch this afterwards and like, why does he not say that S word area? And be like, does he not know it's called what it is? I do. playing the Biomon for 3, passing over 2. If there's a Hammer Spark and Imperialdramon in hand, that is danger for the red player. So we'll see. Swimming with Paladramon, drawing a card, is a TK, or not TK, a tie, which is probably one of the best hits you could ask because you know it was going to live no matter what. With jamming. Prize cards? I'll do prize cards. People confuse Digimon and Pokemon as it is. Shield of Just. Does this boy run Tamers? I am unsure. I don't think we've seen one in the first 2 games. Perhaps there's one in his prize cards. In his card life. In his what was it called in Naruto? Ninja rewards? I think it was like called Ninja rewards. If anyone knows the Naruto card game and can correct me, let me know. But I think it was like Ninja reward cards. Alright, just a Gobblemon. Oh, it lives. Oh, probably not happy about that, huh? Just hard casting the Cordramon again. Going into a Gobblemon. Swinging with the Paladramon, a Cordramon, so it lives, gets to draw 1 from the Demi-V. Swinging with that Elecmon into the Biomon to prevent memory gain next turn. Evolving into the XV to get another swing. And we'll see. Tie helps it out by having the 3 security, so you kind of have to go into Imperialdramon right now if you want your Paladramon to live, but if you don't have it, then you can't. You can't do that. Someone get this boy some Tamers. Going into the Dino B, so that's very scary. Probably the best play is, so you can't go into Crescarurumon. If you had that Biomon living, you'd be in a good spot, but you don't, so you can't. It looks like you're going into, yes, the Gallantmon. Let's go, baby. We see him. He's in the list. Top table. Undefeated after 4 rounds, Gallantmon. Gotta love how, what's the word? Yeah, Biomon, yeah. And if Gobblemon swings in, and then, I mean, I guess probably not game yet, but just playing an Imperialdramon in general. Ooh, Gorillamon, alright. Looks like he doesn't have Imperialdramon, which can be kind of scary. But it's going to be difficult to get over those. Gorillamon swings in, and it dies, so that is no bueno. So, oh, and then there is a Vmon. And it looks like, oh, he's counting secured cards, and I almost said it. I didn't say it. I didn't finish it. Counting trash. Oh, going into the altar. Popping the board. All right, we've got a game, baby. It's going to be a difficult game, but we do have one. You need to be able to remove the Vmon and put up a blocker. Alright, so I don't know the list. A blocker and Imperialdramon would do wonders right now. A blocker drops down, so we do get it. Do we see the Imperialdramon? You definitely swing with the Omni, though. Which also means that you should have waited to play the Cordramon until after. But that's just, let's see. There we go. Because if that was a Cocytus Breath, you just bounce the blocker back and then it game over. And now you don't have memory to play the volcanic. And I can't think of anything that would stop this board. Maybe get some yellow sleeves out, play a lightning paw. Yeah, you can pop one, but you can't pop two. And that is the game. Just swing, buddy. Oh, what's he doing? You've got game on board. Just yeah. just play it. Just play it. All right, but we do have the undefeated Imperial Digimon 2-1 from this. Bring it back after the round 1 loss to a Gaia Force Insecurity, losing to or beating over the red. I'd say it's a Kreskarurumon and Gallantmon deck. And here is the top 8 breakdown for this event. This is a 64-player cap tournament, and it was online, as you guys could probably tell by the finals video. But it was really cool. And then I also think it was something that was interesting to me. This was a Canadian tournament, and I've kind of seen this before where kind of different regions have different metas and everything. And as you can see in the top 8, we've got 4 Shine Greymons, Yellow Shines, take the top 8 positions with essentially half of them, right? And I think that's really interesting, based on my last couple tournaments and everything else I played the last month. I haven't seen a lot of Shine Greymon, so to just see as much as I did that weekend was kind of crazy to see. But I definitely think it's a strong deck. It's just it kind of has been phased out for some other ideas, I think, down in America. But I think definitely, once again, a strong deck. And it is really interesting to just see how different metas pop up in different regions and everything like that. So we're going to just look at a couple of the lists. If you want to see all the lists here, you can just click on the forum. We'll have a link to this Excel document in the description as well if you just want to see it. But this is probably the last BT5 or BT 1.5 tournament that I'm participating in and covering, but I think it has a lot of cool innovations and just a lot of fun deck lists to really look at. So first place is Memphis with his blue Imperial Digimon. Nothing too crazy here. Obviously, Peladramon and Imperial Digimon go very well together, very strong. I'd say a more unique part for his is one, the Ray of Victories, rank 3 of those in there. Can be really strong, and especially in a mirror match or anything like that, being able to bounce something back from the battlefield is really strong. Especially if you have some Davises out, then you're able to restand something here as well. So I think that's very powerful. And then running not a lot of green, honestly, only 2 Dino B and just one of the green Imperial Digimon. I'd probably consider running you guys know I like Puppetmon as much as I do, and I think it's a good fit for this deck in general. And then also the eggs ran all 5 for Demi Vmons, the 5th one being the other Demi Vmon. A lot of people use Upamon, but decide to use Demi V there. He is also running 4 X Vmons, and then also the fact that Imperial Digimon Dragamon can untap and draw as well means that there are some good reasons for that, in my opinion. And just the standard, 4 XV, 4 Gorillamon, 4 Grizzlymons there, and running only 3 Vmon, which I thought was a very interesting tech. I think Vmon's really important. I'm not sure if it was just an availability issue or just his personal preference, but I thought that was also very interesting. You're going to see a lot of interesting ratios for some of these decks moving forward too, but it's hard to say, and I also will say, based on just playing, a lot of Canadians like to really foil out max rarity their stuff, as you'll see in some of these, it was kind of fun to see. But just a standard, I would say, Imperial Digimon list with some interesting ratios, but of course Imperial Digimon is very strong, and Memphis definitely is a very strong player as well. Next up, we've got Ashley's Yellow Shine Greymon. I ended up playing against this deck in the tournament as well. I ended up losing, and Ashley was technically undefeated as well, going X01, getting just 1 draw, but Shine is very powerful and very consistent in what it does. And I would say this tournament didn't have a lot of very fast, aggressive decks, and so Shine really... If you don't put pressure on Shine, the fact that you just have so many tamers, you can just get a lot of value throughout the game. and really just pick up the pace from there. Only running 9 Tamers, 4 TK, 3 Kari, and 2 of the other TK, the Star TK, which I usually see kind of a 4-4 with Kari and the 4-drop TK, and then just other 2 drops. So it was kind of weird seeing just 3 of the Karis, but definitely it worked out for that. And then also doing 4 Shines and 2 Slashes, as well as some Anjumamons, some Labramons, which I don't see a lot of Labramons often, but I think everything else is standard. Shines just pretty much mostly found deck kind of archetype in my opinion, and then you just choose your own ratios and just build it based on your own performance, and I think that's definitely what Ashley did and performed very well with the deck. Next up, we've got Eric's deck, and so something I didn't mention yet is that you'll see it here on the spreadsheet. There's actually 2 4th places. Both Eric and Quentin had the exact same placing and tiebreaker, so they're both 4th place for this tournament, and they're able to split the 4th place prize for that as well. But running pretty much a red Omni list, but the top end is more with the Crest Garurumon with some black, and also Gallantmon splashed in too, which I thought was very interesting and very fun. I'd also say, so the rookies, I'd say, make sense. They're running they're running a lot of rookies, which red really needs to be consistent in my mind. And then also they're running the plus 2k DP Greymon instead of the security attack +1, which I think a lot of people are using. So that was interesting. And also the Metal Greymon that has, gains memory as well, which I think could be needed just to make sure that you can go into Crest on the same turn. And especially since if you're still with Metal Greymon and then you gain the 3 memory, you can go into Crest Garurumon, keep it your turn, and then Crest Garurumon also has reboot, so you don't even have to be afraid of your Metal Greymon dying. So I think that's kind of a cool little tech there. Gallantmon can also be really strong, though only running 2 Tamers is a little questionable for that, but it's still a cool card there. Running 1 Imperiodramon and then 2 Millenniumons and 1 Alter S, which can just, Millenniumon can only go on top of the Crest Garurumon. But yeah, just having Crest being able to hit 1 target is great. Just looking at all these level 5s that are in this deck, there's 4 Labragomon, 2 Metal Tyrannomons, 2 Metal Greymons, 2 Groundramons, and a Skull Greymon. So all that can be very, very strong. 2 Gaia Forces, which I've kind of been seeing that people use, less than full play sets of Gaia Forces, just kind of teching in 2 or 3. Obviously, if there's 1 use security, you can probably win on the spot a lot of the time. It just is a very, very strong card. And a really interesting build. I've been kind of seeing some Crest Garurumon builds for a while. I do definitely like the Gallantmon tech. I really like that card. And so this ended up being the list that played in the final round. And with just, I think, worse tiebreakers than anyone else, I was able to get that 4th place tie. And then the other 4th place deck is this very cool Mallow Mistymon deck that Quentin Glover ran. Nothing... it's not like the purple usually just uses a Millennial Turbo. I think that's the strongest deck that I've seen from it for a long time. But Quentin was able to run this deck with really good accuracy and a lot of just understanding of what they need to do and what's going on. Malamystamon, once you get one on the board, can just gain a lot of value. Especially if you're able to do it with against something like Rookie Rush, or being able to just have a lot of your opponent's cards die. It just puts them in an awkward spot a lot of the time, which is really cool. Also running 2 Piedmon, which is, to bring out 2 blockers. And if you have Mallow out, when the blockers die, then you gain memory, which is really nice. Also 2 Millenniumons to go on top of the Mallow if you need to. Just some really hard removal. Really fun deck, though. I really like it. I think if you want to try it out, this deck, it's moderately cheap, too, besides probably the Millenniumons, but it has some cool plays and a kind of a high skill cap as well. So I really like this deck, and I'm glad it did it well. And the last deck I want to cover today is Eli Hill's Red Yellow Security. He's been playing this deck for a while and still playing it pretty strong. I'd say the difference that he made this time is he added some Agumon experts, which essentially just add themselves to their hand. My understanding is it's just card advantage wise, and then you can always have a cheap red card out to play and potentially swinging your opponent. It's just something to recur value late game, and I think it's a really good call. I've looked at it before and it didn't make sense to me, but looking at him play it and just the idea of, I played a red yellow security deck for this tournament as well. And I always felt man, if I had just another rookie or something I could play for cheap, I could probably get the game out, but I just couldn't get there. And I think, having this kind of way to recur rookies, obviously you don't put them on top of your egg, but you can just play them for 3, which is pretty cheap for this deck. And you can just get a lot of value from that. And there are also just a bunch of times where it's just like, man, I wish I could play a red card so I can get this Gaia Force out of my hand. And I think the Agumon Expert was a good call in that regard too. So strong deck, also running 2 Holy Waves, which can just be very obnoxious. Lightning Paw at 1 of Plasma Strike. Is it Strike? I think it's Strike. I can't. Let's enhance. Stake? Stake. There it is. Plasma Stake. All right. Plasma Stake. And just being able to get a lot of value from those cards. So I think, he's been playing this deck for a long time. It's really interesting to see his iterations. I'd say, personally, this deck probably has a rough time against Shine Greymon. I know the match that I had felt pretty hopeless at times. So I wonder if that was part of the hardship for this deck. But I think it's very cool at what it does and everything considered. So that's the top 8 breakdown for you guys today. I hope you guys enjoyed that. I hope you guys enjoyed the match that I commentated over as well. I thought it was pretty good. And I think that's all I've got for you guys. So thank you guys so much for watching. Thanks again to Carta Magica for letting me stream their event and choosing me to be their preferred streamer for it as well. And I'll catch you all next time.